Bienvenidos, Aries. We are getting into your collective reading for the month of February. Today is February 4th. Yes, today's February 4th. And woo, what an activation today has been. But nonetheless, here we are. We're getting your messages out there. And today specifically, Venus ingresses into the sign of Aries. So she is in your first house, Aries. Ooh, that means that this is gonna be a very luscious February for y'all, in a sense where Venus, even though Venus is in detriment in the sign of Aries, I'm saying luscious because Venus always likes to make love even in the harshest of areas, even in the spaces where it's hard. And so Venus in Aries can be a bit argumentative, aggressive, intense, but even passionate. Mars is in retrograde in the sign of Cancer. Mars is your ruler, as the ruler of Aries. And so this is going to be a little bit of a tough time in regards to like communication and possibly areas of love. We don't know that yet. We're going to get into the cards and whatnot. But what I'm sensing just energetically from this energy is you're going to be wanting to take extra care of your body at this time. It's going to be maybe a bit difficult for y'all Aries to want to like actually like get up and get motivated, but because it's gonna feel difficult to get up and be motivated is what is going to stimulate and trigger y'all to get up and be motivated. It's kind of what I'm picking up for y'all. So I'm really loving that energy for you guys. And of course, you know, this is for those of you that is Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. But if you are none of those signs and your soul has guided you here to listen to these messages, then know that we all carry every zodiac sign in us. Perhaps you're a cross watcher, you're watching for somebody else, and little do you know, the Aries part of you is subconsciously guiding you to this space for you to receive a message for yourself as well, right? So the way that I do these readings, we set the intentions with the Most High, most divine, and benevolence, and truth, and righteous, and perfect love, and perfect trust to use me as a divine vessel, a conduit for your highest and greatest good, for the messages that is to serve your soul. So heart to heart, soul to soul, this is the message that is being transmitted through me to you. And that any and all messages that is not serving your highest and greatest good, we welcome in divine intervention to remove it out of your psyche, out of your experience, out of your mind, your body, your spirit, your aura, out of your experience of life, so that it is not any false light projections that is being passed on to you, but also allowing you to be so in tune with your intuition that you have a healthy discernment in knowing when a message is for you, right? I invite you to just take a breath here and connecting with your higher self, and exhale. I didn't do this with the other signs, but that was just what I felt called to do. If there's any messages that perhaps you are resisting the messages, but that it is for your highest and greatest good, we are also going to invite divine intervention in stepping our ego to the side and allowing for this message to show itself, to confirm itself, to bring validation and tangible confirmation that it is indeed for your highest and greatest good, and that perhaps your ego was in the way of receiving that message, and so that you are able to receive the message that is for your highest and greatest good, despite the appearances of comfortability, despite the appearances of resistance, right? So allowing that divine intervention to work both ways. The same way we want divine intervention to remove that which is not serving us for our highest and good, allowing divine intervention in to serve us for our highest and greatest good, and showing us that which we are resisting, that which it may be difficult to let go or accept, right? Through radical acceptance, right? So we welcome that into this space. And if that is my will, if that is your will, all you have to do is be open to receive and say, I will receive the divine intervention that is divinely anointed and guided for me, right? Essentially, you being in tune with your highest and greatest good, your highest and greatest frequency is what allows for the abundance flow to just flow effortlessly in the ways of you being amplified in your psychic abilities, you being amplified in your intuition, you being amplified in your protective experiences. Now, I do see people coming in, and it shows me like if there's only one person here, but I'm seeing all these numbers going up, and I see no comments right now. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me, please. For those of you who don't know, I am very big on greetings, right? And coming in, when you go to a person's house, you say hello into the space. So greetings. And I also want to know that you can all hear me well, and that you could that I can see the comments, because I'm not seeing anything. And now it's showing me nobody's here. So let me see. Can y'all hear me? I might have to start this over, and this is wild because I said a lot. Can you hear me? If I'm keeping this live up and y'all are watching the replay, I apologize for this part in advance. Can y'all let me know? Awesome. Okay, so y'all do hear me. Nobody's just saying hello. Nobody was commenting. How rude. Are y'all monitoring spirits? What's up with y'all? That was weird. Okay, y'all. So it seems like we are working. It is working. Great. Awesome. So for those of you that was coming in, I was mentioning how the activations today, right? But Venus going into the sign of Aries. And this video is not fully about Venus in the sign of Aries, but I had to bring that up. So I did mention for sun, moon, and rising, but also if your Venus is in Aries, this can be perhaps a major video for you to be watching as well. And as I mentioned, even if that's none of your signs, the Aries part of you may be calling onto you. All right. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to pull some like fairy cards. We're going to pull some tarot cards. I was getting, and I think I did this for one other sign. I'm not sure which sign I did, but I think it was Pisces. I kept getting like look into hidden forces for y'all as well. Hello, good evening. Yes. Okay, awesome. Let's see here. So we're gonna do a little bit of love, a little bit of finances. We're gonna start off with the general though. What is the general collective message for you guys in the month of February, right? So let's see here. We are gonna start with the tarot. Oh, and the crystals. Yes. And the crystals, because the crystals wanted to come out. Yes. And so, because February is connected to like the Fae realm. Thank you so much for the compliments. I really appreciate y'all. Sending y'all lots and lots of love here. All right. So let's get this going here. So you have, in the month of February, you have the World card, which is a major arcana here. So you're definitely having some cycles come to completion here. You're coming into, jumping into new realms, new dimensions, mastering your abilities and your energy here. Even if it's maybe feeling a little bit lethargic or something like that, you also have the Page of Swords here. A lot of information. You could be feeling extra telepathic. At this time, we do have a lot of air, air feeding the flame right now. That was actually what I posted for the astrology today, was like air feeding the flames. Is like the heart, the air blowing into the heart of the fire. Right. So a lot of communication, truth being revealed. This could also be like harsh communication. Maybe some difficult conversations may be had at this time, but that is necessary. This could be like reevaluation as well. We're gonna get into these energies as a whole here, but this is to bring balance here. This could also be like bringing an ending to some sort of like karmic situations or even contracts here, because you do have the Justice card, so you have a second major arcana here. So Aries, for this month, there's gonna be major shifts happening here. And then you have the Queen of Wands. Y'all are in your fire, in your power. Y'all are magnetically attractive. And like I said, even though Venus in Aries is at her detriment, Venus does not like to be in the sign of Aries. Venus in Aries tends to find the shadowy aspects, tends to find those arguments, tends to find those difficult conversations here. And that can be what the Page of Swords is talking about, when it's like talking about like difficult conversations. But Venus is also like, I'm a love how to make love. Love loves to make love to love. And so even though I'm having these difficult conversations, I'm really going deeper into my love language. I'm going deeper into understanding the love of others. And this is being like super powerful and magnetic in your energy here. And I really like how this energy is showing up with Venus in Aries and the Queen of Wands here, because she's really turning the magic in her favor. She's really sitting in the seat of her throne. She's gonna allow herself to be magnetically attracted, and she's gonna allow herself to know she's mastered herself so well that she said, ain't nothing fucking with my world. And if I gotta cut cords with whoever or whatever, then I'm gonna cut cords with whoever and whatever here. Now, what I will say, because the Justice card is here, and let's just face it, y'all are Aries. Aries likes to fight sometimes. Aries, don't be going nowhere fighting. All right, don't try to fight nobody. All right. If y'all has some court issues going on here, I do see that it could be a little bit, or it may have been a little bit of a battle, a little bit of a challenge here. There may have been some difficulties here, but you had to walk away from a situation and to allow yourself to receive the ships that was wanting to come in here. Justice will be served is what I'm getting here. So there is a divine alignment that's happening here for you. And I really like this energy because it's like going from some space where maybe you was immature, or you was impulsive, or it was a little bit like harsh. Maybe somebody spoke to you mean, or there was some aggression or something like that. And you really had to get into a space of like reevaluating your thoughts, reevaluating your words, and knowing that your words is the wand. Your words are your power. It's the spell that you cast upon the earth here, and realizing how powerful you are with your words. That may have put you in certain situations, but you also was able to get out of those situations here and bring balance back into your life. So I really like how the Justice card is coming in here. I really like how there's like emotional intelligence is what I'm getting with this too. Like, especially because there's so much butterflies here. It's like quantum leaping, the butterfly effect. Like, you may have had a cycle like, damn, I've been doing this over and over and over and over. And there, it could have been, yeah, karmatic. This could have been an ancestral cycle, or just a karmatic cycle from your soul, even, that was kind of like repeating itself to you until you got to the space of like, okay, this is the hard conversation, this is the hard part, this is the cord cutting that I have to do, even if it's with yourself, right, of what it is that you have like chosen to accept. And Aries, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, even me, like I had a moment today where it was super emotional, and my shadows was like coming out, and my emotions was coming out, and I was like, no, I need to have this, like, this difficult conversation. And I cried, and I didn't really fully had the difficult conversation with the other individual like I wanted to. But what I came into, like, realization of what it was for me to come into a space of like, how long do I stay in this vibration? Not necessarily that the person bad or the lesson bad or anything like that, but coming into the realization of the lesson, and how do you balance that out in a way where justice is working in your favor, right? Where you are balanced in your divine feminine energies. You are in a space of emotional intelligence, as opposed to impulsively like arguing. The Page of Swords is about information. So you could be getting, there could be some sort of information coming in that you was waiting for, in regards to something legal. That I think I mentioned that too. Like there could be some news in regards to a case that could be coming in. This could also be like you rewriting contracts here. This could also be just you receiving a phone call or something like that here. This could also be channeled messages from your higher self. And I'm hearing the word twin flame, so maybe some of you do resonate with like the twin flame frequencies here. Now, not, that's a whole, do I even want to go there? Spirit's like giving me some message on that. So each their own, everybody has their own belief system and everything like that. Well, everyone has a double helix in their DNA coding and everything like that. Not everybody has a twin flame journey. This is because everyone is in wholeness and oneness of their divinity. And so even when you are on your twin flame journey, you are to focus on yourself, because you decided to put yourself in two vessels to accomplish a mission that required you both to be and do certain other things, right? Even though at some point, yeah, this could be the magnetism here. There could be a phone call or some sort of communication and something in regards to the twin flame here. And you like being in the alignment, and you had to like let go of certain cycles and things like that in order to like magnetically attract it in a healthy divine manner where there is balance, right? And having the emotional intelligence to comprehend what that cycle is, right? Because essentially it's your polar opposite, and that can be quite intense. But it's not to be in a space of like narcissistic relationships or toxic relationship of runner, chaser, and all of that. Everybody doesn't have that same experience. You could even just quite literally be a twin yourself, right? Maybe you have a twin sibling or something like that. Now, that's not as common, but it is a thing. It is a thing that Ibeji's twins are each other's twin flame. That is very much a thing. And I'm just putting it out there, because that, it's not always romantic, although you only have one twin flame, not like soulmates where you have multiple soulmates, right? And so, for whoever that resonates with, there could have been some sort of situation going on here. Maybe there was like a separation or something going on here. And yeah, coming into a space of like communicating and reconciling in certain situations here, and having a better awareness of the lessons that needed to be learned here. That can be a thing here for some of y'all. All right. That was very specific for those of you. Again, this is where your healthy discernment comes in, with you being in tune with your highest and greatest good. Allows you to know which messages are for you, right? So Spirit, tell me a little bit more here about this Justice card here for the month of February when it comes down to the Aries collective. Or actually, let's go into the Page of Swords. What information? Because we was getting like, I kept getting like hidden, asking like what is hidden to come to the light. So there is some sort of revelation of something that has been hidden in the dark that's going to be coming to light for you here. So let's see here, Aries, what is this Page of Swords energy here happening for you in the month of February? What is this Page of Swords happening here? I think a card flipped in reverse. I'm going to check in just a moment. Yes, indeed. Okay, we have the Hierophant here, which another major arcana here. All right. There could have been some sort of like things with a marriage. This could have been differences of belief systems, differences of like divine. Yeah, this is a divine union. Information about divine union coming into space here. This could be like, again, your spiritual marriage coming into union here. Revelations about spirituality for some of you here, and this is gonna actually like amplify. I'm getting like this could be dreams or just you working. This could be even through meditations, like some subconscious activations happening here. That's gonna bring a yoking to your divine feminine and masculine energies here. This is for all, regardless of twin flame journey or not, right? This is just kind of what I'm getting here. We're like unlearning to relearn. You've had certain cycles here, and there was some difficult situation that was hard for you to like go through just because of your belief systems, whether that was religion or not. It was just something about your belief systems. This could have been like your belief in yourself. Perhaps your confidence wasn't as high, and like in February you're going to be feeling super confident. Like I said, even though Venus is in her detriment in your sign, because she doesn't like arguments, she likes to be in love and this, that, and the third, there's gonna be a magnetic attraction to your being, to your body. You could be making changes in the sense, or even receiving like spiritual epiphanies, right? Because this is about your identity. The first house is your identity here. And so maybe you didn't really believe in yourself before, where you come into some like epiphany, aha moment that's like reshaping or rebranding your identity, your I am presence, and you magnetically attracting that to you, to the ways of you just rewriting your story here. You are quantum leaping into that new earth. It was that butterfly effect that like you finally wrote in the book, and you was like, listen, all the other outcomes had glitches, all the other outcomes had, errors, and I'm in a space of like getting back to the seed of the inception within thyself, right? Like, how do you wake up from the dream, from inception, right? Oh my gosh, this is like so intense. I'm getting a lot. Maybe some of you do lucid dreaming. This could be a thing for some of y'all here. Or just even like healing in dream time and whatnot. But I am getting some of that energy here. Oh, yeah, see. And okay, Venus is in Aries, and the Hierophant it has a connection there with the 5 here. Tell me a little bit more about this Hierophant energy for Aries in the month of February. Hello, my beautiful, so beautiful being. I love you. Not mine's, the world's, ours. Hello. Hello, greetings. Tell me about this Hierophant here. Renee, I love you. I was actually thinking about you. I was just like, I need to catch up and get these readings out before all the other zodiac signs get me. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles here. This energy, you have, so the 5 of Pentacles wanted to come out in reverse, but Spirit told me to put it up right here. And what I really like about this energy, I feel like you're kind of going back to like whatever, again, because there was an unlearning to relearn about your belief systems and everything like that. It was like, perhaps you didn't really have the confidence in yourself because you were like idolizing outside of yourself another being, and you come to some sort of like epiphany or realization with this energy of like, I have all the elements inside of me. I'm shedding like this, we're in the year of the snake. I am shedding my dead skin and I'm growing into my new body, quite literally here. Really coming into a space where you're addressing or had to address any abandonments, any anger, any resentment, any false narrative you had about yourself that was putting you down, that was belittling you, that was, hindering you to a certain degree, that wasn't allowing for you to like really feel in tune with the kingdom of God within, right? And so perhaps you were like just looking at everything as an outsider, feeling outcasted, feeling like, nobody around you understands, and just having that like deep sense of agony and sorrow energy. But there's also like the elementals and the divine mother nurturing you, right? Like there's a lot of connecting in nature is going to be important for you at this time. Going outside as your church, as your temple, reconnecting with the elementals. You might want to start from the basic, Aries, and you're going to be very fruitful in that energy with the 9 of Pentacles here. There is a lot of abundance here. There's a lot of, and you have the birds here. You can quite literally have a spirit guide coming through here, some spiritual protection. I'm getting a lot of spiritual protection, divine intervention coming in to keep you in a sacred, safe, protected energy during your times of like hardships, during your time of difficulties, of any tough conversations that you may have, or and bringing in the fruits of your labor. If you've been putting in a lot of work here, if there was some financial difficulties, this can be some inspiration that's coming to you for you to get these ideas to make money. If that's the case here, yeah. And then you have the Temperance behind that. So the Temperance is very much about your guardian angel. And I didn't even see that card behind you. Yeah, I have a lot of major arcanas coming out here. So I do feel a lot of divine intervention is happening for you here during this month, Aries. If there was financial hardships, it's like, if you're getting any ideas to do a certain project or write a certain book, especially with like that Page of Swords energy, if you're being called to write a book, or you're being called to write, this is about scripting your life right now. And you have a lot of inspiration coming through, and you have a lot of divine protection around you with elementals, with the angelic realm. Gratitude, wholeness, abundance. Hello. Thank you for the compliment. This energy here, this is one of my favorite cards from this deck, just to like let y'all know, like, look at her with her nips. And because I'm not monetized in any of these things, I do this out of love so that y'all can get y'all messages. I ain't covering this shit. Like, let's take a moment, because when your spirit guides come through, they love you in your fullness, right? And, any trauma, whether it was sexual trauma or physical trauma, a lot of the times they put perversion in that which is innocent, and that which is, and so this is just beautiful, right? Just like the divine goddess here, she's in her beauty, the sculpture, in her beauty. The divine feminine comes in different shapes and sizes, because it's an energy. It's not just a physicality or being, right? And so that with the Temperance energy here, I really do feel like whatever temptations, whatever difficulties here, there's going to be reconciliations if there was certain arguments, right? This is allowing for you to come into a new cycle with yourself where you're forgiving yourself, you're honoring yourself, and you're supported by your guides here. You're supported by your guides for you to move forward, to not stay stagnant, for you to not stay stuck, even if you have to sit still for a moment. Even if you having to sit still and contemplate, what am I doing? Because in all these cards, there's barely any movement. However, there is some movement. So when you are getting the ideas implanted in your mind for you to be inspired and moved by, that is when you're going to want to initiate movements here. All right, especially in the bottom of the deck here, we have the Knight of Wands here, and so it's pacing yourself between fast pace and slow pace here. Allowing it to just be in a space where you're breaking out of that temptation cycle here. There is some healing energies going on. Tell me about what is the hidden force? Hold on, that flew out. Yeah, the Nine of Wands, not giving up on yourself. And I forgot what other deck had this here, but I know this is like, just throw it in the bag. There's a shift, there's a change here. So I'm going to read about Hera first, or Jara, which is this rune right here. And the Nine of Wands is very much about like persistence, preservation, not giving up. It's about spiritual fortitude, right? So during the time of if there's any spiritual attacks or anyone that's trying to like knock down your kingdom or anything like that, justice is on your side. Your ancestors and your spirit guides are on your side. They're not going to be successfully able to actually infiltrate into your psyche, into your body, into your auric field, into your experience. And so that's where you coming in and like cutting those cords and breaking the cycle and really getting back into your sovereign energy here. Right? So let's read about Hera, which is this rune here. So it looks like that, but it's also drawn like this. So I'm just letting you know here. Okay. And this rune is connected to the harvest, which we can see that with the Nine of Pentacles here that we have here. You have the harvest. Like, she's quite literally a single woman here. Now, you may or may not be single, and that's okay. It's just about the energy of the harvest here, where her spirit guides is coming in. She's receiving messages and divine intervention here. Her harvest is all around her. So there is a harvest that's coming in that you're I think we mentioned that too, about justice being served for your ships to come in. Maybe there was something you was waiting on. Maybe if there was certain delays or something like that, it could be coming in. And so this is about profit, reaping the benefit, fertility, a sequence of movements, requires one to be diligent. This requires you to put in the strength and consolidate for your results here, and to put in the work. It eliminates obstacles and allows you to get the most out of your efforts. If there's any repeating events or situations in life, this is for you to learn the lesson so you can break out of the cycle. Here, change of seasons, transitions from one deed into another. This also helps you live in harmony with yourself. It helps one open the soul to new love, or to even get pregnant if there was any complications or difficulties in that area. Okay. It also will help attract money for projects or business in which you have invested a lot of time and work into. This also helps assist in legal matters. It helps to accurately calculate time. So it is this rune here, which is this one here that's on the card. And that's Hara or Jara. Okay, so we're going to put that here, right? So again, if there is, because the legalities was coming through, that might be a ruin. If you are dealing with like some legal stuff going on here, that might be a ruin that you want to like work with, especially since Venus is in your sign. Even if she's in her detriment, Venus still wants to be luxurious. She still wants to prosper, and Jupiter just went direct, so there's gonna be that assistance here where there may have been delays. So not giving up on yourself, right? And then this is also about just throw it in the bag. I always just say that when I see this rune here. This is Pethro here, and I always just say just throw it in the bag, because it is symbolic of a bag. It is also symbolic of a ship, but especially if we're going to be putting the two together, you know, bringing in abundance and prosperity and like all the business endeavors that you worked hard in, you know, not giving up on yourself. You had discipline, you had fortitude, you putting in the work, you putting in the effort. Yeah, just throw it in the bag, all your desires, right? So this energy is also connected to hidden works and mysteries and occult skills. So you can be quite literally in the occult industry, spiritual worker, you know, what, psychic, whatever, you know, astrologer, whatever the case may be. That could be in the realms that you like work in or something like that. But we was also talking about hidden energies, right? So I'm probably going to pull one more cord. You hear me? Oh my gosh. Why am I talking like that? One more card to see, because I asked what is hidden in the dark. And this is also about hidden work. So what I'm getting for y'all for the month of February too is that there is going to be a revelation here, that it, you know, what was once hidden in the dark comes to light for you here. This is gonna awaken you and illuminate you to be able to move forward. Whether this is good or bad, that's not for me to judge. That's, you know, good and bad is a human concept for you, but it is all divine, right? And so this is also an initiation, that is an initiation process that's happening here for you, and precognitions. So it represents a bag, a wallet, a ship. It also is associated with the mental plane and clearing the mind to and structuring memory. It is also a rune of fate. Okay? It's connected to the fates. It helps in the development of various ideas, theories, including magical ones. And it's connected to musicians, chess players, and gambling. And it helps find lost things or hidden treasures. So, Aries, I really like that energy for y'all here. Let's see here. What do the fairies have to say for y'all during this month here? And then we're going to get into like your finances. But I do see a financial shift here for the better. I did mention that I was going to do one for the hidden. But let's see here. Spirit just kind of moved me in that way. And so it's probably that, you know, everybody's message is going to be individually their own. And it's meant for you to allow yourself to receive the revelation. Let's go. Oh, I like that. Intuition, the singer of intuition in the bottom of the deck. I'm feeling guided to just like let y'all breathe into this card for just a moment and like see what you see. Oh, I love that for you. Okay. So let's see here what messages are coming through from the fairy realm here for the Aries collective for the month of February here. Yeah, I definitely get an increase in an awakening of your spiritual abilities here. Let's see here. What messages from the fairy realm? There we go. Thank you. Tabara of the Waters. Ooh, and the number's 37. And yeah, I got the Dark Lady in the bottom of the deck, so that's definitely interesting. I'm probably going to read the Dark Lady. Oh, my card just I'm so sorry. But I love this. So this energy is connected with the nymphs also and the fairies. So like I mentioned, Venus, even though Venus is going to be in your sign during the month of February, Aries is naturally ruled by Mars, right? You are Aries, and Mars is in its detriment in the sign of Cancer, while it's also still in retrograde. And so y'all are really getting a lot of activations about emotional healing is what I'm getting here. But this is also so that because y'all are fire signs, move with a lot of people think fire signs aren't really emotional, but actually in the ancient days, fire was considered more emotional than water. Water was more structural because water changes based on what it's told and what it's said, and it's a movement type thing, whereas fire is just like in that fire, in that chi, in that passion, right? It's quite like, I'm gonna be the light of this energy of this experience, where the waters could shapeshift into the experience or shape out of it, right, in different ways. And so we do know that water and fire have a purpose in life, right, in the way life works. And they're also polarities to each other to a certain degree, right, to a certain degree, because we know that cold water can turn into ice, but it can still burn, right, freeze burn, right, and you can burn yourself so bad that it can feel like cold as ice, right? And so it's just very interesting how like the temperature and the degrees of is really a perspective thing of the mind. But and this is also if we're going about like the twin flame things of like quote unquote opposites and stuff like that, right? But I really feel like this is about navigating your emotions with great enlightenment and skills here. Finding the beauty in your experiences here. This is also like your connection to your guides, your connection to the waters. Because maybe you've been looking at your emotions in a certain type of way. But you are an emotional creature, and maybe maybe they outcasted you, or they misunderstood your emotions, or you've been misunderstanding your own emotions or something like that. And there's like some sort of energetic shift when it comes down to the connection you have with water and emotions, to amplify the fire of your being, the light of your being, while also embracing the ebbs and flow of your life's experience, washing away your woes. This is gonna help you not only with your connection and your understanding of water, but with the abundance flow. And I'm also getting with fertility here and sexual energy. Like y'all are gonna be feeling extra sexy magnetic, and you may not even be wanting this attention, but you're gonna be getting a lot of attention. My nipple is itching, I'm so sorry. You're gonna be getting a lot of attention, whether you like it or not, but you're really gonna be focusing on on your inner reflections. And I think I said something about evaluation here. The number 37 could be significant to you. I'm going to read this here and see what it says. One more page. There we go. Yeah, so Tabara of the waters. Keywords: emotions, serenity, meditation, gracefully accepting change. For a moment, close your eyes and just let yourself feel the cool, sparkling fairy waters flowing through your fingers. Imagine drinking this sparkling coolness from your own cupped hands. And imagine the waters flowing down your throat. You may even be able to feel that magical energy-filled coolness flow right through you and to your toes. Feel better now? Throughout the world, there are healing wells, both for general health and specific ailments. In modern times, many of their fairy qualities have been diluted, even though Tabara and her healing helpers do all that they can do to keep them clear and potent. Fairy waters reflect the emotional states of the human people around them. So the fairy waters that come through to our world have lessened impurity and power in places where people are living especially stressful, civilized lives. As one oracle group mentions, observes, there are profound connections with drinking water, tears, wells of forgiveness, water as the fluid of transforming nutrients in the body, the connection flow. I could flow on and on, but I'll stop. However, the many healing fairies who help Tabara do the best they can under the circumstances to purify the waters. And they try to maintain their own merry spirits to give added power to the waters. We can help the fairies by creating more merriment in the lives of others and in our own lives. In addition to the healing wells, there are wells and springs that bestow wisdom or skill upon the drinker. Like the famous Hippocrene fountain on Mount Helicon, which bestows poetic inspiration. I suspect it of being a fairy fountain because of the way it works. If you have one drink, you gain a certain level of poetic abilities. Another drought brings you more. Another drought brings you more. And the third brings you the full flower of poetry. The reason the world is not overrun with magnificent poets is because, first, it is very difficult to find the spring. And second, the water packs such a wallop that most people stagger off after a single drink or two. Are you only and you only get one chance at the spring. There are also the fountains of youth, like the one on Dunai, the highest hill of Lona, a magical isle on the west coast of Scotland. I looked and looked for this fountain, but didn't find it. I shall have to try again next time I'm there, because I am much more in need of it now than I was at those years ago. Water is mutable, changeable, fluid, and Tabara speaks to us of a particular kind of change of emotions, and possibly a change in health. We have important choices to make about how we meet those changes and where we let them take us. Towards the calm, flowy purity of the fiery waters, or the boiling cauldron of hot-tempered and steamy emotions. The choice is obvious, but we sometimes forget that we have it all. Tabara reminds us that we do have a choice, and making it wisely or unwisely determines our future. The things we need in life remain constant, no matter what is going on or how hectic the changes and pressures in our life may be. We need nurturing and love, and it is ultimately up to us to provide that for ourselves. The healing fairies will help us if we ask them to. If this energy is in reverse, it could indicate emotional needs are not being met, or the thirst of the spirits or emotions, or on the other hand, it could remind us that fairy spells on waters can be mischievous, causing confusion, muddled memory, and irritability in humans. Perhaps a cold shower is in order. Certainly, it is a time for cooling off, calming down, and quieting the waters of our emotions before we take any steps, any actions. I very much felt the changings of emotions, of emotional intelligence here, emotional regulations, emotional integration, emotional being, right? Restructuring and getting to know the personality traits of one's emotion in there and utilizing it for as a healing ability, right? You can be an empath, and that can be your greatest ability. And maybe you were only used to, certain relationships or connections and cycles and situations in which you didn't know how to honor your emotions as a gift, right? Maybe it felt more like a curse. Maybe it was one of those that you felt like it was just a detriment to you. It was more hardships. It was more like a weakness, but it's actually your greatest strength here. So I like this energy for y'all, Aries, for this month of February. Let's see what crystals y'all have for this month, y'all. Y'all are very like this, and I do feel you could be a healer also. I think I mentioned like even like psychics or cult energy, so you can quite literally even be like a healer, an energy healer, and maybe you know that, or you're learning this about yourself to utilize this in a way where, not everybody is meant to do tarot. Not everybody's meant to do, these are tools, and like your healing tools, the way that you heal, like you can be an actual healer of energy, like switching the code on healing, right? On the traumas and bringing that into the space where it shifts the narratives and the emotions of other people's body as well as your own, in their psyche even. And I love that. So let's see what Crystal Deva wants to come through for. I saw Opal there for a moment, but it didn't come out here. What Crystal Deva wants to come out for Aries for the month of February here. Let's see if it comes out again. Ooh, this energy came out for another sign. What sign was that? I don't remember. Rhodochrosite with acceptance and pink. I'm wearing pink. We're wearing pink. Rhodochrosite with acceptance. And in the bottom of the deck, you got black tourmaline with protection. So I feel like you have a natural protection going on here for your sensitivities, for you to honor your sensitivity, honor your emotions, honor those difficult conversations, whether they like it or not. Honor that, because there's something about you regulating your hormones, your mind. The dentra is like waters, right? Tears, right? How cleansing and purifying it is for the brain to let go of that tension, of that heaviness, right? Restructuring the waters with radical acceptance of what is, of regardless of what you have going on here. This is going to open the heart a little bit more. If there is any energetic vampires or those that are have been trying to siphon your energy or your power or anything like that, yes, you can call back your power. I recommend everybody do that. But you're just so divinely protected during this month that you don't got to do shit but focus on you. And I love that for you. Just sit in your fucking throne and be in your power. And whoever's intimidated or whatever it may be from your energy, that's their fucking problem. You keep being the healer that you are. Allow yourself to receive the healing from your guides, the divine intervention, because you have a lot of healing and a lot of protection going on here. I'm going to leave the black tourmaline out for y'all as well, because I genuinely believe with the energy that I'm feeling for y'all, I feel so... And I always start the readings off with divine intervention and everything coming in anyways, because I'm big on the affirmations and praying and everything like that, right? Whatever y'all got going on, like swipe or no swiping, like it's so weird how I feel super cold in this energy right now, but I feel so much passion at the same time, and I'm like almost wanting to cry, but I'm like so happy for y'all. So y'all can be feeling so much emotions at this time. But there's just so much protection, and that's where I'm joyful, because there's just so much. Y'all are loved. Y'all are favored, blessed, and highly favored. All right. I'm not gonna read about black tourmaline, but if y'all been feeling extra sensitive and maybe you feel a little bit intense, rock with some black tourmaline. I like the pink and black together. And I actually have pink and black on today. Right? So rocking with the pink and black. I love black tourmaline, especially for empaths. I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love that for you. All right. So let's get into what it says for acceptance here. Y'all bear with me here. How's everyone doing? I love y'all so much. That's so funny because black tourmaline here. Powerful, grounding, and protective crystal dissolves stuck or dormant energies in the body and auric field, strengthens and protects the aura, assists in creating appropriate boundaries in your life. I didn't read the whole thing, just the key points, because maybe somebody needed that. And I'm about to fucking go grab some black tourmaline again and be like, pew pew. Oh, rhodochrosite. Why am I going to the front here? Because I was looking for acceptance. Opal keeps showing up too, and it says joy here. Opal may be something that some of y'all are feeling really drawn to here. If y'all need, listen, y'all are the crystals. You are the crystals. Honor that you have thousands of crystals in your mind, your body, your spirit, your aura. All right. And that you can connect with this crystal ally just by like breathing into the picture, by calling its name, by connecting it. But if you actually wanted like tangible crystals here, I always recommend you feel them out in person. But if you cannot, or you not sure, I have two sources that I can share with you. I did post one of them. So my go-to crystal, girl, is Quantum House of Gems. I'm always gonna recommend her, especially she is a small business that she does a lot of donation, a lot of charity work as well and stuff like that. And so a lot of her stuff, it does go back into other charities and other small businesses as well, even though she herself is a small business, and that's literally how she's sustaining her family. But also Luna Queen 21 _ you can check out her crystals as well. I absolutely love her energy as well. She's super in tune. And so I'm not sure if either one of them carry this crystal. But if y'all wanted their information, please feel free to reach out to me. This is not sponsored. I am just channeling right now and sharing the resources, because I'm big on sharing resources here. And so if you did want to reach out for someone to get some crystals, those are the two that I'm going to recommend that you get from. There's so many other people that sell crystals, but I'm just sharing with y'all the ones that I would connect y'all with. All right, so rhodochrosite here. So the medicine of rhodochrosite teaches you to accept all aspects of yourself and to learn to embrace yourself in all your totality. To love yourself, excuse me for the noise in the background, to love yourself deeply right now. To love yourself deeply right here and now for all your traits, negative and positive. Rhodochrosite is the same family as malachite, but it is pink in color. Malachite is a powerful healing crystal on all levels, so it is the sister of rhodochrosite. It holds the healing energy of compassion, of the pink ray, and offers this medicine to all who crosses its path. The crystal meaning is a powerful crystal for self-healing and acceptance, brings in the energy of unconditional love to assist in balancing, soothing, and healing the emotions, enhances self-love and compassion, supports those who are emotionally overwhelmed, assists you to surrender and let go, assists you to become more self-aware. In a reading, the message from this crystal deva, this card has come into your life today to share with you that things are perfect just the way they are. Know that there are times in life when the best solution is to do nothing and accept things just the way they are. It is time to surrender and accept the situation at hand. This can be a challenge, especially if you have your own agenda, expectations, or planned outcome. However, acceptance can allow space for miracles to occur, and this process can truly set you free. You are invited to work closely with the devas of rhodochrosite to assist you in this healing time of acceptance. This card can also be a sign that you are being encouraged to find a deep place of acceptance for yourself, those around you, and your current situation. It is time to forgive yourself for your perceived mistakes and know that you are doing the best that you can. To truly accept that all is in divine order will bring about a state of inner fulfillment, peace, and deep awakening to your world. I love that. Oh, Luna doesn't have this one right now, as of right now, but she has other crystals, so go check her out. Electric reflections, pew, 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 acceptance, radical acceptance. Ooh, I love that. I don't know if I use that deck for love here, but let's see here what we got for y'all in regards to love here. I'm probably going to pull one of those. I don't know if I did it for the other signs, and if I didn't, my bad, y'all. But let's get into it. I actually felt called to the dice, too, and I didn't pull the dice for the other signs, but I'm going to do it for this sign because I'm going to honor if I can feel guided to. So, all right. What can you tell us for Aries and the matters of love here? One card. I really do feel like it's about like radical acceptance and self-love here. Yeah, stepping out of your own way, getting out of your fears, going into deep shadow work here. Minding your thoughts when it comes down to that which you love, that which you have been connected to. Right? This could have been like actual like past life love situations that put you in a space of almost like feeling stuck in a sense. And y'all, I know how that feels, right? But in the same token, like, the show must go on at some point, like loving yourself so deep that it's like you can learn to love and let go and let love be and let love be free and let them be free and you be free and free your mind and free your heart and free to be right. Going into deep shadow work. So whether you are in a relationship or you are single, when it comes down to your relationships with love in general, there's going to be a massive shift in that once you go through this radical acceptance of yourself and deep shadow work of your thoughts here. There's a lot of subconscious messages that you have said to yourself, how you spoke to yourself about love, about your worthiness, that is shifting here, and you may not have realized it, but it's almost like when you start allowing yourself to move forward, right? Like you could feel like I'm completely ready and XYZ, and when spirit starts giving you what it is that you've been calling in, what it is that you want, you come to realize in certain spaces like, whoo, maybe I wasn't so ready about this, but I am ready about that and this and that. And so navigating through those waters, right? Letting go of your fears of love, your fears of committing to yourself. And that doesn't mean that you don't commit to others. It just means that as you commit to yourself, you commit to all that is in divine alignment with you. And so that's your love with your spouse, your love with your peers, your love with your your parents and everything, and your love with your work, your love with your abilities, your love with the Most High, with the divine within, right? And not limiting yourself to the ideas of love, but the embodiments of love freeing you. All is happening for our highest and greatest good always. Let it all go. The universe got us. Yeah, the uni in thyself. Let's see here tell us about your finances. Oh, I am going to do that here. Tell me, what self-love affirmations do we have here? Thank you. It's time to rise. And we got a heart here. No matter what is happening in our lives, we always have the potential to rise above it. Rising is one powerful choice away. Rise out of our negative thoughts or our limiting beliefs. Rise out of our comfort zones or our complaints. Rise out of our slump or out of the potato chip bag. Get up and rise. What are you waiting for, darling? Oh, what are you waiting for, darling? Confidence. I told y'all. If y'all were dealing with some insecurities, confidence. Confidence. It takes courage to put your butt on the line and go for it. And the best way to strengthen your confidence is to put yourself out there. Who cares what other people think? Everybody starts somewhere. And don't worry about making mistakes. You can always course correct. But you'll never know or grow unless you try. And the more you do, the more confident and successful you'll become. When you shine, we're all inspired to do the same. And this can be in regards to like any, like if this is status correction, if this is like rewriting contracts, if this is, you know, in regards to like spirituality, if this is in regards to like friendships, relationships, work, ideas, or whatever, you know, in all areas. You know, and I just want to share with y'all that it's not always easy, right? Like I mentioned, these activations today had me in a space where, like, I posted the astrology damn near like at 5 o'clock in the evening. I was like, damn, it's so late. Like, the day is already, like, people already felt some of this energy. But, like, and at the same token, like, you know what? I'm going to stay confident in my abilities, that I'm good at what the fuck I'm good at. And I'm going to post it. And those that resonate and are called to receive this messages are going to resonate, and they're going to receive their messages, and they're going to get it. And if I made a typo, because sometimes I so deep in channel that I make typos, and you know what? Fuck it. I can course correct afterwards and like, excuse my typos. This is the word, or, you know, whatever the letter may be. Or, you know, sometimes I don't always get it right. And sometimes, you know, like I was crying earlier, I attempted to have a conversation, and I was like, I'm gonna go into this like in a confident way. And it wasn't that I wasn't confident, but it was so emotional, and it was so triggering, it was so annoying that it was difficult for me to have the conversation. But in that, there was so much revelations, and I was like, you know, if I let this bring me down, if I let this be, what's the word? Like, something that defines me. Thank you. Something that defines me for who I am, then I'm giving it too much power. And I'm stepping out of my own love. I'm stepping out of love with myself. I'm stepping into a space where whatever imbalances or mistakes or whatever, like, you know what? If I made a mistake, is either you forgive me or you don't. But I know at the end of the day, I gotta live with me. And whether another person chooses to accept me or not, I have to accept myself. Do I accept myself completely, wholeheartedly? Can I live without regret, even if I made a mistake? Or maybe it's not a mistake. Maybe this is just who I am, and accept this as who I am. Whatever the case may be, Aries, like, I'm sharing with y'all, like, some, I guess, some personal, but like, so that y'all can grasp the principle of situations of like honoring and accepting yourself so completely that even if the other person doesn't want to reconcile, or they do, or even if somebody else forgives you, but if you don't forgive yourself and you live with regret, that's an internal thing. If they don't forgive you and you're like, you don't give a fuck because you forgave yourself, that's an internal thing, right? And if they don't forgive you and you feel that and you let yourself be a burden to that, that's an internal thing also. And one thing I'm big on is honoring your accountability and accepting your emotions for being yours, but also in a space where it's okay to talk about your emotions, to let the energy move the way that it needs to move, without shame, without guilt. Even if somebody else don't want to hear it, if they curse you out and they want to like say the worst or whatever, like, the worst thing that can happen is somebody try to tell you about yourself. Somebody try to reject you. Rejection is protection. Like, whoever don't fuck with you, whoever don't like, and I'm talking to Aries. Aries, y'all should know this, right? Like, y'all are big on this, right? And so if y'all are feeling some of these transits fucking with your emotions in this way, or, you know, you're feeling a little bit of like frustrations, maybe it's not an issue with confidence, because I feel like y'all are in y'all confidence, but it could be maybe just feeling frustrated, or heightened emotions. That's okay. Honor your emotions. But if there's any overthoughts or feeling stuck and stagnant, you're not really stuck. You're not really stuck. All right. If there's overthought and you're caught up in the detail, listen, become the weaver. Become the weaver. The dice. Okay, that's what I was going to do. See here, what? Listen, because I ain't even do this for the other. Just throw it in the bag. I really like this energy for y'all, though. Like, it's really, there's a lot of self-love, a lot of healing, a lot of coming into a space where you're not letting the analytics, you're not letting the logical, you're not letting the opinions of others truly define you. You are in a space of reinventing yourself. You don't have to reinvent the wheel of somebody else. Fuck, that's their fucking wheel. You have your own Merkaba. Hey, Heavy, how you doing? You have your own Merkaba. So let's see here. So Aries, the number 11 can be very significant to you. Oh, yeah, I got 111. The number 10 can be significant to you. I did mention Jupiter earlier. Jupiter can be significant to you. And Jupiter is in the sign of Gemini right now. And Jupiter just went direct. And we have Gemini here. So Gemini can be significant to you as well. We have Saturn, some lessons, and that's, you know, the world card is also connected to Saturn here. So minding other like projections and not accepting whatever doesn't belong to you to be there. And just like, you know, putting those healthy boundaries for yourself as well. So Saturn can be very significant to you as well. We also have Aquarius, can be significant to you at this time. The number 3 can be significant. And I think 3 came out earlier, or 37, was it? Yeah, 37. So 3 or 7. And the number 5 can be very significant to you as well. So a lot of creative ideas and flow is coming to you. A lot of changes, travel even can possibly be a thing here. Calling back your power, getting into a space of like, you know, being in tune with the information of your DNA and what that looks like for you, as opposed to like, you know, the indoctrinations that was sharing, you know, that the ways of the world have been putting onto you and stuff like that could have been a hindrance or a burden or something like that because of your belief systems in there. And it's not to say that the information of that which has been written before, that's in books and indoctrinations and everything like that, doesn't serve its purpose. It does. However, how do you free your mind to really be into your body, your light essence, your body in that space, right? And that means you got to do a lot of dismantling in there. And so pacing yourself during this month of February is going to be crucial for y'all at this time. Knowing when to allow yourself to be in the space of honoring your self-love, honoring the position of your soul's guidance, and moving, whether it's moving fast or taking it slow, moving when you are getting the inspiration. Even though you may not always feel motivated in taking actions at that time, allowing the inspiration to guide you, to move you, it's like it may start off as discipline, but once you're in it, it's gonna feel so good that you're gonna be motivated to continue on that inspired idea, or that like being, and the inspiration is coming from your inner muse, the inner spiral, the in spiral of your being, of your toroidal energy. Okay, so I love that energy for y'all, Aries. I think that is all that I'm gonna do for y'all's reading. It was a little bit different than I did the others, but it's all good. Y'all are Aries, so it is what it is. And we're gonna continue on to the other signs. So until next time, peace, love, and harmony. What do we see if we can do tarot too? If you can do tarot too, you're going to do it how you do it for you. I don't know. I can't tell you what to see with your eyes. You're going to see what you're going to see. You got to accept what it is that you perceive. And if you don't want to accept it, then allow yourself to just be open to see. I'm not going to tell you what to see. I'm going to tell you those are tarot cards. What does it say for you? There's books there. Maybe you want to read the book. Maybe you don't. Use your intuition. I can help you see what I see. I can be a guide in teaching the different sciences in tarot and what each card means, because it goes so, one card can go fucking deep. You can talk hours about just one card. Just one card. You could probably write books for just one card and the experiences that you get for it. But what I see and what you see, I can't tell you what to see. Yeah, so I'm glad I just saw that question there before I left. I'm gonna end this live, y'all, and I'm gonna directly continue on to the next sign. So I see y'all.